ABBA remains one of the most influential pop groups in music history, and much of that legacy comes from the creative partnership at its core. One of its key architects is Benny Andersson, whose melodic instincts helped define the group's unmistakable sound. Over the decades, ABBA's music has continued to attract new generations of listeners, with songs that blend emotional storytelling and irresistible pop production. While public narratives sometimes dramatize later life, quote, confessions or revelations, the real story of Andersson is more grounded, a lifelong dedication to music, craftsmanship, and collaboration. Behind the glittering stage image, ABBA's journey included personal challenges, shifting relationships, and the pressures of global fame. Yet through it all, Andersson's focus remained on composition and musical innovation, shaping a catalog that continues to resonate long after the band's peak years. Early life in Stockholm, and a musical household. Benny Andersson was born in Stockholm's Vasa district on 16 December 1946 into a family where music and structure coexisted. His father, Gösta Andersson, worked as a civil engineer, while his mother, Lila, nurtured a stable home environment. Music, however, came largely through his paternal lineage, as both his father and grandfather played the accordion. This early exposure helped shape Andersson's natural connection to melody and rhythm. By the age of 6, he received his own accordion, beginning a hands-on relationship with music that would define his life. The household encouraged both discipline and creativity, giving him room to explore traditional Swedish folk styles alongside popular international sounds. Even as a child, Andersson demonstrated curiosity beyond formal schooling, gravitating toward instruments and ear-based learning. This combination of family influence and self-directed musical exploration laid the foundation for his later success as a composer and performer. Childhood influences and a growing passion for sound. As Andersson grew, his musical world expanded far beyond Swedish folk traditions. He began listening to a wide range of international artists, including early rock and roll and European pop. Records such as Elvis Presley's Jailhouse Rock helped shape his understanding of rhythm and performance energy, while other melodic artists introduced him to structured songwriting. At around 10 years old, he received a piano and taught himself to play, gradually transitioning from accordion to keyboard-based composition. This shift was crucial, as the piano became his primary creative instrument. Instead of following a strict academic path, he focused increasingly on music, often prioritizing practice and performance over schoolwork. By his teenage years, Andersson was already experimenting with composition and informal performances. His early self-training and broad listening habits created a flexible musical identity that would later allow him to adapt easily to pop, rock, and theatrical arrangements. Teenage years and the rise of the Hep Stars. In his mid-teens, Andersson left school early and began performing in youth clubs, marking the start of his professional journey. During this period, he met Christina Grunwald, and they had 2 children together, Peter and Helen. Around the same time, Andersson became involved in local music groups, gradually building a reputation as a skilled keyboardist. His breakthrough came in 1964 when he joined the Swedish pop band, the Hep Stars. The group quickly rose to prominence, becoming one of Sweden's most popular acts of the 1960s. Their energetic performances and cover songs attracted a large teenage audience, but Andersson soon pushed them toward original material. His growing role as a songwriter helped transform the band's identity, setting them apart from other touring acts. This period established him not only as a performer, but as a serious musical force in Swedish pop. Meeting Bjorn Ulvaeus and the first songwriting partnership, a major turning point in Andersson's career, came in 1966, when he met Bjorn Ulvaeus. Their collaboration began modestly, with early attempts at songwriting that combined Andersson's melodic instincts with Ulvaeus's lyrical approach. Their first joint composition marked the beginning of a partnership that would eventually change pop music history. Both were still working within separate musical projects at the time, but their creative chemistry was immediate. They began exchanging ideas regularly, gradually refining a shared songwriting method that emphasized strong hooks and emotional clarity. By the late 1960s, they were contributing to each other's recordings and developing a reputation as a rising songwriting duo in Sweden. Their early success laid the groundwork for a broader collaboration that would soon include vocalists and evolve into something far larger than either had initially imagined. Relationships, collaborations, and the future ABBA circle. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, the personal and professional lives of the future ABBA members became closely intertwined. Andersson began a relationship with singer Anni-Frid Lyngstad, while Bjorn Ulvaeus formed a partnership with singer Agnetha Fältskog. These relationships were not just personal milestones but also strengthened the creative bonds among the four musicians. Lyngstad and Fältskog were already successful solo artists, and their vocal abilities added a new dimension to Andersson and Ulvaeus's compositions. As they began collaborating in studio sessions, the combination of two songwriting minds and two distinctive female voices created a unique sonic blend. This informal collaboration gradually became more structured, with each artist contributing to recordings and performances. The chemistry between them set the stage for the formation of a unified group identity, from experimentation to a shared musical identity. Before ABBA officially formed, the four musicians participated in various informal projects and recordings. Andersson and Ulvaeus released joint material while also supporting sessions involving Lyngstad and Fältskog. One early example was the project Festfolk, a stage act that experimented with group performances and harmonies. Although initial reviews were mixed, certain songs gained attention and hinted at stronger potential. During this time, Andersson also worked as a producer for Lyngstad's early solo material, strengthening their musical connection. The group's early performances were often casual, including informal appearances and collaborative studio work rather than a fixed band structure. However, the increasing success of their joint recordings demonstrated that the combination of their talents was more powerful than their individual efforts. These experiences gradually pushed them toward forming a more defined and permanent group. The emergence of ABBA and the naming breakthrough in 1973, the group released Ring Ring, credited to Bjorn and Benny, Agnetha and Anni-Frid, marking a step toward a unified identity. The song performed well in several European markets, but did not win the Eurovision selection that year. Despite this, it helped establish their commercial potential. Around this time, manager Stig Andersson played a key role in simplifying the group's identity by shortening their long name into the acronym ABBA, formed from the initials of each member. Stig Andersson helped shape the branding that would later become globally recognized. The name was initially used informally in promotional contexts before becoming official. The distinctive mirrored B logo also emerged during early branding efforts, giving the group a visual identity as strong as their sound. This period marked the true transition from collaboration to a defined pop group. Eurovision victory and international breakthrough. The defining moment in ABBA's rise came in 1974 when they entered the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo. Their performance marked a departure from traditional contest styles, embracing glam rock influences and energetic staging. The song won the competition, giving ABBA immediate international exposure. Waterloo quickly climbed charts across Europe and even gained traction in the United States, a rare achievement for Eurovision winners at the time. This victory transformed ABBA from a promising Swedish act into a global pop phenomenon. The success also validated the songwriting partnership of Andersson and Ulvaeus, proving their approach had universal appeal. Following Eurovision, the group embarked on promotional tours across Europe, laying the foundation for sustained international success. The win remains one of the most important turning points in ABBA's career trajectory. Global hits and the shaping of a signature sound. After Waterloo, ABBA refined their sound through a series of successful releases. Songs like SOS, Mamma Mia, and later Dancing Queen showcased Andersson's ability to craft emotionally rich yet commercially accessible melodies. Each track combined layered production with memorable hooks, making their music instantly recognizable. Albums such as Arrival helped solidify their global reputation, with Dancing Queen becoming one of the most iconic pop songs ever recorded. The group's music began dominating charts in Europe, Australia, and beyond, even as the American market proved more challenging initially. Andersson's arrangements played a key role in this success, blending orchestral elements with pop structures in innovative ways. This period marked ABBA's peak commercial influence and established their enduring legacy in popular music. Touring years and international challenges. As ABBA's popularity grew, the group embarked on extensive tours, including major performances in Europe and Australia. These tours were both triumphant and demanding, exposing the pressures of global fame. Crowds were often massive, but logistical challenges, weather issues, and intense media attention created strain behind the scenes. Despite these difficulties, the group continued producing hit albums and singles, maintaining strong chart performance. Andersson remained primarily focused on studio work, ensuring the musical quality of each release. Touring also highlighted the contrast between public success and private complexity within the group. While audiences saw glamour and excitement, the reality included exhaustion and growing personal tensions among members. These years represented both the height of their fame and the beginning of internal strain. Creative peak and artistic expansion. By the late 1970s, ABBA released major projects such as untold, ABBA, the album, which included hits like Take a Chance on Me and Thank You for the Music. Andersson's production style became more sophisticated, incorporating richer instrumentation and more complex arrangements. The group also expanded into film projects, including ABBA, the movie, which documented their Australian tour. This period showed their ability to evolve beyond standard pop formulas into broader entertainment experiences. Andersson and Ulvaeus increasingly experimented with musical storytelling, hinting at future theatrical projects. Their work during this era is often regarded as their artistic peak, balancing commercial success with musical depth. The group's influence continued to grow internationally, even as internal relationships began to shift. Later years, legacy, and enduring impact ABBA eventually slowed their group activities, but their music remained globally popular across generations. Andersson continued working in music, later focusing on composing for musicals and other large-scale projects. Rather than dramatic revelations or hidden confessions, his public life has largely reflected consistency and privacy. The group's legacy is defined by innovation, songwriting excellence, and timeless appeal. Today, ABBA's catalog continues to be streamed, performed, and celebrated worldwide, including modern revivals and tribute productions. Andersson's contributions remain central to that legacy, demonstrating how strong musical craftsmanship can outlast trends and eras. The story of ABBA is ultimately one of collaboration, creativity, and enduring cultural impact, shaped by four artists whose combined talents created one of pop music's most recognizable sounds.